With regard to the future of the marketing industry and how you guys are kind of coming into it from the tech side of things, what are any predictions that you have about how brands are going to innovate on the ways that they're touching their customers, the way that they are reaching their customers, and how they're marketing within the next, like, let's say 5 years?
Yeah, well, I suppose our vision is that every decision in a brand is made based on insight, and that's not possible currently because just the resources needed to be able to make every decision based on insight is almost impossible. But the speed at which we're able to turn natural language into research is accelerating as well. So we see that change happening where instead of it being just like, okay, what are our 6 big things that we care about this year as a brand? It's every meeting, every decision, every conversation, every debate. Me and Charlie were debating about some tactics earlier. I would love to be able to go out to our customers, which is much harder because they're B2B, and just ask them and figure it out in that meeting, or mine data we already have so we can have an answer without having to, use gut feel or guesswork.
Yeah, and I think the removal of gut feel in decision making, it's not like you have to completely rely on data, but it should always be multiple data sources. And I think there was a pursuit of the democratization of research and insight over the last 10 or 15 years with software, but it hasn't really worked. A lot of research and insights teams within these brands are kind of like the gatekeepers of knowledge and information. So you're reliant on people really effectively coming to them with problems, then them having the time and energy to be able to solve them, and then that information flowing through. Whereas if you can get the accessibility, as you said, you can get the speed up, you can get the cost down, and you can protect that research, the fundamentals of good market research, you should be able to, from the most junior to the most senior person, have everything we know to be true, that one source of truth for decision making. Or if there are unique custom problems you're facing, the ability to get that quickly without the need of being a research expert, without the big budgets that a big brand needs. I think that will transform how marketing decisions are made. And I think that the ultimate goal here is that you have better products for people that is more personalized. So in the advertising world, there's obviously a lot of advertising that's become hyper personalized, and you're kind of going, this phone must be listening to me because how could I possibly have this ad that personalized? I think it has to follow on the brand creations side, and how we connect with people should be rooted in the problems people have, how do they feel? And I just don't think there's enough. And as I said, our goal, if we're successful, is to elevate research to being the thing that everyone does as a default, rather than kind of something that's going, we don't have 20 grand to spend on that project. We're the experts, we can just make this decision. And that happens far too often in our minds.
Yeah.